Here I was holding myself so hard not to insult this person, just holding myself like, who wants to even be in your country? I was so freaking mad because they rejected the visa. Anyway, if you like to see my whole visa story, how I applied for an American visa and how I got rejected, just keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I am a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. I create content about my beautiful country Cameroon and things related. Okay, so in today's video I will be sharing you the story time of how I applied for the American visa and guys, I got rejected. See, that thing is traumatizing. It's really, really traumatizing. That happened sometime in March, and I'm only here telling you guys now, so you can imagine how traumatized I was. Anyway, if you have been watching my channel for some time now, you will know that I've been talking about traveling. I was saying 2024, I want to really travel. That's one of my objectives. That's one of the things I really want to do. So I had decided that I was going to go to Kenya for my birthday. I'd already started doing my research, making plans and all that, and I had to go with Karen. So I was trying to see if it was possible for me to go to Kenya. I was just doing research about it, seeing how much it might cost and things like that. And then my sister had told me like, oh, why not try America? Like, what harm is there from trying America? To be very honest with you guys, I have not even considered trying America because one, I just know that it's difficult to go there. A lot of people will tell you how they rejected the visa and they were rejected and all that. So I was like, this is something that I really don't think I want to do. But after talking to some people, they're like, no, but what is there? It's not that difficult. And then another reason too why I had never tried applying for a visa or try to travel to America for vacation or anything was just because of the ideas people put in my head. And that's something I keep saying, like, be very careful of who you listen to and why you're listening to them and all that. A lot of people have made me to understand that if you want to go to America, you have to first of all have like 1 million in your account because you have to spend to do this, spend to do that. So inside my head, I'm just like, I'm not about to spend my 1 million or even 500,000 and at the end of the day, they don't give me the visa. That's going to be too traumatizing for me, you get? So I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I just started doing research. And when I started doing the research, I was really surprised at what I saw. I'm like, you really don't have to pay for that much. I feel like people who will say to go to American embassy, you have to pay a lot. And those people who have tailored documents here and there and that, yeah, it's going to be expensive for you. But with me, I felt like I did not want to do all the, I'll tailor this document, I'll lie that this, I'll do that. No, I was like, I'm going to use my husband's documents to travel because I feel like I'm in a good footing. Like it's a good footing for me to do so. So I was like, I don't want all those, those, I'm going to tell her this one, I'll cut docky for here, I go lie say the one. I did not just want it. I was just like, I'm going to go like this. If they don't agree to give me the visa, then fine. So on doing my research, I now see that the application fee is $185. And at that point it was like 120,000, 121,000. And I was shocked. And that is basically all you need to pay. Like that's the only thing you're paying for. You're not paying for interview, you're not paying for anything. You are just supposed to pay that 121,000, and then if they give you the visa, that's when you pay the visa fee. But that was all you needed. And I was like, okay, I prefer to you to say $185 than say 121,000 because it just depends on the France rate and all that. I started doing my research. I was looking for all the information. I saw what I had to do. I had to fill the D160 form. I think that's how it's called. I did not want to fill it alone because my reason for traveling was that I was going for vacation. My husband wants me to go and just chill. So I was using my husband's documentation to do everything. I was supposed to go and stay with my sister and parents, obviously. So my sister and I, we sat down, filled in everything. Guys, when I tell you that I didn't lie about anything, I'm going to be very honest. I did not lie. Like there was nothing I lied about. We filled that form because a lot of people are telling me that many people lose it when they go to the American embassy because they lie a lot, they are not confident and just things like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go straight. If these people don't take me, it means they're not serious. So my sister and I, we filled the form, filled everything to the T. We applied. And the process is so easy. I don't know why people keep pretending or people don't want to say the process. It's very easy. You just go online, go to the American Embassy page. You see the D160 form there. You're going to go ahead, fill that form. When you fill that form, they're going to send you now a link or a page that shows you how much you're supposed to pay and where you're supposed to pay it. So normally you're supposed to pay it in an Eco Bank. So from there, after we finished filling the thing, it showed me where I had to pay. I went to the Eco Bank like 3 days later. I paid in the money, my 121,000. I'm still crying that morning. I'm still crying that morning. After paying the money, I came back home, went back to my laptop, filled some information, and then it now takes you to the page where you're supposed to pick your date for your interview. So I decided to do that really early because I decided I wanted to travel sometime in January, and I did all this documentation, everything by the early February. So I have a lot of friends who travel. They travel to the US, that is. They travel during this June, July period. So my intention was that, guys, on the 15th, as in this weekend, this day probably that this video is going up, I had to be traveling because I wanted something that I'll be able to attend my kids' graduation, attend Myra's graduation, ensure that they are fine. I spend some time with them after they close, and then I can now go and make like 6 weeks, a month to 6 weeks, and I come back because obviously I have to do back to school. I was planning that it would even be a nice opportunity for me to just do my back to school prep, buy my things from there and come back with it, so that by mid-August latest, I am here, or early August, I'm here and I start preparing for my children's back to school. That was my plan. I had applied early February, and I opened the page as I was talking about the interview. I opened the page and I saw every date was taken from that February right to April. There were only 2 dates from February to April, and that was 25th of March, 25th, 26th. It was the day after New Year, 25th of March and 26th of March. So I just decided to pick 25th of March because I was like, it's going to be Easter period. I would have prayed. Everything's going to turn out right, okay? Once that, I'm not lying. So what can go wrong? Like, what can go wrong? Guys, I can remember that day on Easter day, I woke up. I did not want to not go to church, so I woke up. We went to church, finished from church. My husband dropped me at the park and he came back to the house with the kids, and I went to Yaoundé. I hadn't even told my friend. Like, I went and stayed with my friend. I did not tell her. I just told her that I was coming for serious business in Yaoundé. It was on that morning that I got up and I was like, this is where I'm going to. Okay, so we hired a taxi and boom, I went to the embassy, guys. It is the number of controls for me. You first of all go there. There's a line outside that they put you people in lines according to the way you're coming, and you enter. First of all, that time that they'll tell you, because my appointment, I chose 9 o'clock because I did not want any stories that touch, right? I did not want to say 8 a.m. claiming that I want to be the first person, because you never know, Yaoundé and traffic. So I was like, let me put 9 so that by 7 o'clock, 6:30 even, I can leave my house. Let me go and reach there on time. I was there on time. By 8:30 I was there. So I just saw a lot of people there, stood on the line. They start checking you. You tell them, oh, I'm here for my 9 a.m. appointment. They're like, no, it's okay, just stand on the line. So they really do not follow that time to the T. But I'm not telling you now to go and use a black man time and think that you just come. I don't know whether people who come late, something happens. I don't know. So don't quote me anywhere. So if you stand in the first line, they'll tell you to take off everything that is inside your bag, so they should look at the back. I took off everything, entered the next step. You enter into the reception. There they're going to take your phone. See me, I did not know. See, I've been wondering, like, why do people not vlog their experience? Is it that they don't want people to know? So I was like, I'm going to vlog my experience. I wasn't that gingered because all my travel and everything, I really did not vlog it. But something was telling me that when I get in there, I'll be encouraged to vlog. But when I got there, they just took my phone, took everything, took my phone, took my watch. Like, you don't know what time it is, you don't know anything, you just go there and sit with all your documents. Fine, I go sit down. We sat there. I sat there for like 30 minutes. When you first of all they go into the office where they do the interviews. You go there, put in your, how they call it, your fingerprints. After putting your fingerprints, you come back, people follow a line, you come back, come and sit down, and then they'll start calling you in groups of 5 basically to go and have your interview. So you just see people coming out looking really grumpy. You want to look in their hands, they have that green paper. All through this, the normal me, I'll be so nervous, I'll be shaking, but I just had this confidence, like, I'm not sure it can be that bad. Like, I don't think, I was 50-50 basically. I was like, no, would they even give me this thing? Because my problem was my job. I don't have like a solid job. Would they give me this thing? I'm just like, you know what? We go and do it. If they don't give me, I'm not going to die. I felt like, okay, I wasn't too scared or shaking. So we went, we go. See, guys, this is the part that I feel like the American embassy has to do something. I wasn't really comfortable, guys. You're having your interview and you're standing. You standing to have an interview is just going to, first of all, make you feel nervous, even if you're not nervous. Like, why am I standing? And then the other people who are also there for the interview, they are less than 1 step behind you. So anything you're saying to the visa officer, or how do they call them, the other people behind can easily hear you, and it is just so uncomfortable. So we stand in our lines. I've been talking, when you go to places like that, you start talking to people and all that. So I've been talking to this girl, and As we go, I stood on this line. I was looking at the people's faces because I just looked at the student and I'm like, this guy, he looks mean. I don't want to. I went on this line. The other man on that line that I said he was mean, he was now questioning one girl, questioning her, asking her more than 15 questions. I was just like, you put on your own. No. Wait, no. The first was this man who had been talking to us outside, saying that if we see his leg, it means that we're joking. The man went there first, talk. They gave him the visa. I was like, this is my guy that I've chosen to come for him to interview me. This is actually good. I made a good choice. The next person went, another woman. She was going for graduation, blah, 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 blah. Talk. He gave her the visa. I was like,
God, America, here I come.
see me too. Let me laugh at myself, guys. That's why I was excited. I was like, hey, if these two people, it means that this man is the one that is giving all the visas. People that were on that line started running and coming this way. Like, this other Ogu, he's too wounded. So they ran and came this way. The next guy went was this Hausa guy. The guy went, spoke. They said, sorry, you cannot go now. I moved now and I went. It was my turn. And it was a simple interview. And I like that they had follow-up questions. So he asked me, what's my purpose to go to America, blah, blah, blah. That's the first question they asked everybody. And I just explained to him. I was like, oh, so your family is here? I said, yes, my sister and my parents are here. He was like, okay, that's nice. What do you do? I said, I'm a YouTuber. What's your YouTube channel about? I explained it. How much do you make? I gave him a number. And guys, this is the only place I can say I even like a little. I didn't give an extra, a high amount. Let me say, okay, if I'm making 100K every month for YouTube, right? I told him that I make 200K. You get, I did not give one extra price. And I explained to him that, and I don't make it just from YouTube. I make it from collaborating with people and other things like that. So in a good month, I can make like, in a bad month, I can make like 100K, and in a good month, I can make like 500K. That's why I said, he was like, oh, well, that's interesting. What does your husband do? I told him. How much does your husband make? I told him. He was started typing. Talk to his boss. Just I was like, madam, sorry, we cannot give you this visa right now. Oh my God, guys. I was in like a trance. And when I finished, I turned and I looked at the people that were the girls that I'd been talking with, and they're like, I was like, no, it was no good. So if people followed and came to this line, don't be too sure that they'll give you the visa. I just carried the thing and I went out. And guys, at that point, I just felt okay. Like, okay, they've refused, no problem. I was okay. I entered inside the car, went straight to the park. As I entered inside the bus and I sat in the bus, the things started coming to my mind. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I was traumatized. That thing traumatized me. I don't know why. What is the whole process of all the checks and everything? The thing traumatized me. Inside the car, I was just in the days from the drive. I did not touch my phone. I did not eat anything. I just sat like that. The thing, that man's face kept coming in my head. You know those type of it was trauma, guys. It was so traumatic to me. I don't know. Have you ever been rejected a visa? How did it feel? Because that's how I felt. I felt angry at some point. I was going through a rush of emotions. I'm like, who first of all told these people that want to go and stay in their country? There are people who were there that inside their conversations, you could tell that this man, if this person goes there, they are never coming back. But people are giving them visas. And me, you think that what on earth will make me to abandon my children, my husband, my life here and go to, guys, the thing pains me. Maybe it pains me because I'm one of those people who really does not want to stay abroad like that. I really like my country. So for them rejecting the thing pained me. The thing, I felt so pained. Like, what makes people feel that I want to go there and remain? Guys, I did not sleep. If I tell you that I slept, I did not sleep for like 1 whole week. I kept seeing that man in my dream. I don't know that the thing traumatized the living daylight out of me. And it took time for me to heal, guys. If I'm coming to do this video 3 months later, know that it's now that I'm even feeling okay. Because that thing, it just made me feel really weird. I don't know. It just made me feel really horrible. I hated the experience. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. Because that thing happened, like I said, it happened March, right? The day after Easter. It happened the day after Easter. This April, May, June. 3 months before I'm feeling comfortable to come and sit here and talk about it. So the thing really shook me. I really hated the experience. It made me so mad because I'm like, you people don't like honesty. I would have decided. You start hearing my people now start telling me, oh, I told you that I wanted to doctor those documents, you refused. Because I feel like maybe it's because of my job that they did not give me the thing. So I feel like, okay, if I knew, I would have just gone ahead. I have friends that have companies. I would have gone and doctored something, or I would have lied about something, because the ideas that people were giving me to use, I was like, no, I'm going to go with my true self, honestly, and that is it. And I was first of all saying that I'm not going to try again. This is the end, and all that, right? I was saying I was not going to do it, but a lot of my friends have encouraged me. And trust me, if I'm going I will still go. You see, the same way that I went, I would still go. But the thing, I feel like the thing really hurt me as well a lot. lot because, like I said, I wanted to go to Kenya and I had already made my plans. We had already started planning towards Kenya, Karen and myself. So when we saw that I was going to try the US, Karen now had decided to just do something else with her money and all that. And me now coming back to say, oh, let's go to, it wasn't even going to work because it was already late March. My birthday was supposed to be in April. I just looked at it and was like, you know what, I'm not ready for this. So it just pissed me off because I feel like that was the only chance I had this year. That was the only chance I had this year to travel. And because I was waiting on the American embassy, blah, 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 that's where I found myself. Because normally for me to be able to travel, I would have to do it during the first half of the year. We're already in June now. From July, my year is always very messed up. From July till the end of the year, I really cannot travel. So if I'm ever supposed to travel, it's going to be beginning of the year, the first half of the year. And since that did not happen, that's how this year will come and pass again that I've not traveled. Though if you want to spoil me, you can spoil me. I can travel. I can still travel. But in my pocket, when I'm talking about the quarter of the year and all that, I'm talking about from my pocket. Okay, if some other person wants me to travel, of course I can travel. As long as you're paying all the bills, but for me to be able to do the travel on my own, it cannot happen. So yes, guys, that is how the American embassy traumatized me and rejected the visa when I was being so honest. That's the part that pains me, so honest. And there were people there who were lying and they still gave them the visa. Anyway, guys, like I said, maybe I'll try again. But I told my sister, I told my people, that you people know something. All of you people are saying that I should come to America, I should come to America, I should come to America. No problem, oh. I will do it, but you see that 120, because that's the only amount I lost. But let me just say I lost altogether like something like 180 because I'll say my transportation, my feeding in Yaoundé, printing out some documents and things like that. So I lost between 160 to 180,000. So I'm like, it's okay, I can travel, but you see that fee, that how they call it, application fee that they pay. I'm not willing to pay that money. I'm not willing for these people to eat my money again. If if I'm supposed to travel, somebody is definitely supposed to pay that fee, right? If you pay that fee, I can be applying every day. But for me to use my money like that, I know how I stress to work my money. So for me to use my money and then it just poofs like that in my eyes, it was really painful. Anyway, guys, that was it. Have you had any encounters with the American embassy? And can you people please come and tell me, all of those of you who go to American embassy, why are you people so secretive about it? Why do you hide a lot of information about it? Why do you people not like talking about it? I don't understand. Come and make me understand, because the way people make it seem, it was almost like it's one magic something, but I went and it was just a normal process. So people should come and tell me, why on earth do you people act like that with information about the American embassy? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video, and I am going to see you on the next one. Love you. Bye. Mwah.